Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Whether or Not. I'm your host here, Matthew Howard, joined here by forecaster Caitlyn Bell. And Caitlyn, am I going to enjoy that sunshine this weekend, or is it looking a little bit cloudier?
Yeah, Matthew. So this weekend is actually looking really sunny. It will be a great time to get out and enjoy the outdoor activities with above average temperatures. Do you have any plans for this weekend?
I'm going to be going out on some nice walks. It's also going to be a perfect weekend to go out and get some ice cream. Enjoy that. It's going to be really nice, and it's going to be awesome. And coming up next is your Nature in the News.
Located in Oak Ridge National Laboratory in Tennessee, a machine known for its speed and size is the latest technology for researchers wanting to expand the idea of supercomputers. The Frontier uses about 27 megawatts of electricity, which is enough to power around 10,000 homes. However, the goal is to expand the supercomputer's main purpose, pushing the bounds of human knowledge. In 2023, Frontier was used to run a global climate model with a 3.5 kilometer resolution, which included the effects of complex motion of clouds. Other computers would run models significantly slower to reach the same resolution. For a model to be effective for climate and weather forecasts, it would have to run at least one simulated year per day. Frontier could do this, allowing researchers to create more accurate forecasts than ever before. Although the supercomputer covers an area larger than 2 basketball fields, it is providing scientists with opportunities to study everything from subatomic particles to galaxies.
The Atlantic hurricane season took an unusual pause during one of its busiest times of year. This Monday, a new tropical cyclone was added to the list and surely packed the punch. This Tuesday night, the tropical storm developed swiftly into a hurricane. This cyclone brought storm surge, strong winds, and heavy rainfall to Louisiana and other coastal areas over the middle of the week. This strengthened to a Category 2 hurricane and made landfall Wednesday evening. As the hurricane tracked faster and more easterly than expected, it gave little time for communities to prepare due to this intensifying hurricane. Seeing hurricanes in the Gulf of Mexico is typically no surprise due to its very warm waters. As Hurricane Francine progresses through the United States, the winds will slow down and drier air will take over the storm, sparing much of the Midwest and Northeast. As we progress towards the most active part of hurricane season, tropical cyclones will just keep on forming.
In 2023, NASA scientists concluded that extreme forest fires released about 640 million metric tons of carbon due to Canada's driest conditions in decades. A new study has found that Canadian wildfires released more carbon in just 5 months than Russia or Japan emitted from fossil fuels in 2022. However, carbon emissions from the fires will be reabsorbed while CO2 from fossil fuels is not readily offset by natural processes. Researchers of the new study and climate data revealed that these are the warmest and driest conditions since at least 1980. The wildfires were unusually widespread, burning approximately 44.5 million acres from British Columbia to Quebec. Canada's forests absorb more CO2 from the atmosphere than they release, and as these wildfires continue and become more frequent, we could see impacts on global climate.
Meteorological summer just ended across the United States, but summer came back with a vengeance in the western parts of the country to start the month. Hollywood Burbank Airport tied its all-time temperature record of 114 degrees Fahrenheit last Friday. Extreme heat has been rampant in parts of the southwestern United States. This is especially due to an abnormal change in wind direction, as an area of high pressure sat over Nevada. Typically, the winds in the Los Angeles area blow from the south and west, bringing a more temperate air mass to the region. Instead, the winds came out of the east and blew downslope to the mountain, bringing the desert's extreme heat more west. Once a field-like temperature gets especially above 100 degrees, one is at risk for serious heat illnesses such as heat exhaustion and heat stroke. According to the National Weather Service, it is important to reduce prolonged time outdoors and to drink plenty of water to prevent heat illnesses. Temperatures return back to normal as winds shift back from the south and west.
If you are a fan of warm weather this week, well, you are in luck because it is here to stay throughout the weekend. On Friday, we have our high pressure system situated over the region, and that is going to bring sunny conditions and warm temperatures above average, but I am not going to rule out a stray cloud or two to our north as well as to our west in Ohio. But look at this. We have this low pressure system associated with Hurricane Francine that moved up through the Gulf earlier this week. Now, this is not going to directly impact us, but it is here to stay throughout the weekend. Our Saturday, same story, high pressure system associated with the region, our sunny conditions and our warm temperatures, but now we have a stray cloud or two to our south. Our low pressure system over Kentucky is here to stay with all of its moisture. Sunday, not much to say here, same story, high pressure system staying, our sunny conditions, warm, maybe a little more cloudy over Ohio, but our low pressure system with Hurricane Francine is beginning to move a little more west. Now Friday, we have a high of 78, pleasant day, great day to go outdoors and do all of your activities as well as maybe take a drive or two. Friday night, 57. Now we have clouds entering the region, and this is actually going to set us up for our Saturday. It is going to be the most beautiful day over the weekend, high of 82 with abundant sunshine. Our Saturday night, 58, and our clouds do return, partly cloudy, but will not hinder our Sunday with 79 degrees, warm and sunny. Up next, we have a dual feature by myself and Daniel Weaver on seasonal allergies and severe weather.
When the weather gets warmer, noses get runnier. In a 2021 study by the National Center for Health Statistics, nearly 1/3 of adults in the United States suffer from seasonal allergies. But with the warming planet, this number has the potential to increase. As climate change results in a warming planet, plants have more time to grow. Because of the longer growing season, or the period between the last spring frost and the first fall frost, allergies are lasting longer and becoming more prevalent. The growing season is getting longer because there are fewer days below freezing. Freezing temperatures leads to frost, which kills crops. That is why it is such a big deal for farmers in the early fall and late spring. However, dead plants can't produce pollen, therefore they cannot contribute to seasonal allergies. But with fewer days below freezing, plants stay alive longer, so pollen is being produced for a longer time. This leads to air filled with more pollen overall, worsening allergies. According to data from the nonprofit Climate Central, State College now averages 22 more days of a freeze-free season, which means more days when plants are producing pollen. Philadelphia averages 31 more days, Pittsburgh 20 more, and Erie 23 more days. With this in mind, here are a few things you can do to keep you and your friends safe. Check pollen forecasts on the local news and online sources if you are allergic to pollen, and try to avoid spending time outdoors during high pollen days. Don't touch your eyes while you are outside, and wash your hands to remove the pollen. Shower after being outside to remove pollen from your skin and hair. If you cannot shower, at least change your clothes after being outdoors. Don't forget, when you have to sneeze, sneeze into your elbow and wash your hands. While flowers may be pretty, a warmer world means more pollen and more runny noses. For weather or not, I'm student meteorologist Daniel Weaver.
Many meteorologists find severe thunderstorms a sight to behold. However, the beauty fades when certain conditions set the stage for them to escalate into life-threatening scenarios. With the help of climate change, increasing temperatures have caused an elevated number of severe storms within the last 2 decades. Supercells are severe thunderstorms with intense, rotating updrafts and are largely responsible for the formation of tornadoes in the continental U.S. The National Weather Service defines a tornado as a violently rotating column of air extending from the base of a thunderstorm down to the ground. Tornadoes are measured by the enhanced Fujita scale and are rated by wind speeds and damage. According to Climate Central, the U.S. has experienced 6 times more billion-dollar losses due to severe storms since 2001 than during the previous 2 decades. Specifically, severe storm outbreaks have produced high winds, hailstorms, and tornadoes that often rank among the losses. A study from Climate Central shows days that are likely to provide the ingredients for the formation of tornadoes have increased in the Mississippi Valley since 1979. Convective available potential energy, otherwise known as CAPE, is a type of energy in the atmosphere that is needed to create severe storms. On warm, humid days, the amount of CAPE in the atmosphere can increase. As CAPE values increase, the potential for severe storms becomes more frequent. Rising temperatures due to climate change may lead to more days with CAPE. An earlier Climate Central analysis concluded that CAPE values have risen from 1979 to 2021, specifically in the Ohio Valley region during the spring and in the Northeast during the summer. An average of 16 tornadoes occur in Pennsylvania each year. Lancaster and York counties have seen the most tornadoes, both averaging a tornado once every 2 years. Although these generally do not rank high on the EF scale, they still have an impact. Not only does the warming trend impact our temperatures, but it also affects how common severe thunderstorms and tornadoes will become in the next few years. For Weather or Not, I'm student meteorologist Caitlyn Bell. We have been enjoying our beautiful weather this week, and we will continue to enjoy it throughout the weekend. But temperatures drop to about average next week, and I will get to that in my extended forecast later. But right now, let's recap our weekend. Friday, again, mostly sunny, high of 78, low of 57. I'm not going to rule out a cloud or two, but that sets us up for our most beautiful day on the weekend, Saturday, with a high of 82 and a low of 58. Now, Sunday, again, a little bit of clouds move in with a high of 79 and a low of 58. Still pleasant, still a great time to get outside. Now, our extended forecast on Monday, again, we will see some clouds, but our average temperature is sitting at about 72, and on Monday it is a little above that. But Tuesday and Wednesday is when our clouds move in. Our temperatures remain about average, and the sun peaks out again on Thursday, but Friday is our problematic day. We will see some rain on Friday, and conditions have been dry throughout the week, and we haven't seen a very substantial amount of rain, which, Matthew, that reminds me of our Weather Whiz quiz question for the week.
Yeah, it really has been a while since we've seen any substantial rain around the State College area, and that had a lot to do with our other Whiz quiz question. So we are asking you today, what is the longest period where State College reported no precipitation at all? Is it A, 19 days, B, 29 days, C, 34 days, or is it D, 36 days? And if you answered D, 36 days, you would be correct. And Caitlyn, this actually happened a very long time ago. Year 1908 happened just around this time of year at the end of August and for much of September. Now, Caitlyn, do you enjoy the nice sunny weather?
I do enjoy the nice sunny weather, Matthew. And like I said, this weekend is going to be great for activities all weekend. Saturday is going to be our best day. So it is a great time to get out and do your activities, whether it be going on a walk, taking a drive, riding your bicycle. What do you like to do when the weather is nice?
I also like to take a lot of nice walks. I also like to ride my bike, get some nice ice cream. It's absolutely going to be a perfect weekend to do that. And when it's sunny out and when it's really nice, you don't have to worry about bringing any rain gear with you. You don't have to bring any, even this time of year, it's not cold, you don't have to bring any winter gear with you. So it's absolutely perfect time of year to go out and enjoy that nice weather. So I'm really looking forward to it this weekend. I surely hope you are too. And that actually had it to do with this week's episode of Whether or Not. Stay tuned yet here for another episode next week.